Hello, hello, folks. It is Ann with Whimsically Knotted coming to you on a Wednesday. I was not able to go live on Monday evening, so I decided to hop on today. We're just going to do a quick upcycle, and I hope you're able to join us. I'm going to pull you up on my iPad so we can see comments and I can see what you're doing better. Normally I watch my comments on my phone, but sometimes they don't show up, so I'm just going to pull it up on my iPad. And we're just going to go ahead and get right started. That way I won't take up too much of your time. I have got this big old chunky cross. I got it at either C-Van or Salvation Army, Goodwill, one of those thrift stores. And it came, I can't remember if it had a saying on here or if it just had that burlap ribbon on there. I'm going to reuse that. It has a hole in the back to hang it, but if I put the burlap on there, I'll put it on the top. That hole will be covered, but it does stand on its own. I can't stand it up here, it'll fall over. And you can even lean it to the side, so you can put it either way you want to do it. I like a leaning cross. I just think that's very pretty. But let's get started. Let's see. There we go. I want to make sure you guys can see good, so let me pull this down. And I am going to use the Faith 1-inch words, and that is out of the Easter bundle, but you can also buy them separate. If they are not in stock, go let Essential Stencil know that to put you on the wait list so that when they do come back in stock, they will let you know, because these are excellent for all kinds of different projects. You can make just little sign blocks. You can add words to your transfers, and these are 2-inch little words. It is God, joy, Lord, hope, amen, Jesus, rejoice, pray, divine, worship, trust, spirit, praise, wisdom, patience, holy, faith, miracles, grace, and hallelujah. And that is a lot of words for this little pack. So that's what I am going to start with. I am going to use the word trust first. And I am going to build it up. These are going to be all kinds of directions on here. So I hope that you will enjoy this and learn a little bit. I am going to tape the other side off because I'm a pretty big swirler and I'm afraid that I am going to swirl onto the other side. So I am going to tape the other side off. Use your bread tie to put on your tape so you can always find the beginning easily. Hey, Miss Jeannie, how are you? Do you have a gorgeous day? It has been sunshine and in the 70s here today. It is absolutely magnificent. So trust is going down here. I think I am going to scoot it. Let me scoot it down just a smidge more. Like that, because we're going to build all the words up. I am going to use raw umber. Hey, Miss Donna. Hey, Sherry. Thank you for hopping on, ladies. Thank you, Siri. Thank you. Goodbye, Siri. So I'm going to use raw umber. And I am going to put a little bit of black pearl to the side. Some words are going to have a little bit of black pearl. And the reason being is some of the sides look like they have like some dark black in them, or almost black. So I am going to mix this a little bit in some places. I'm using. Sun is out, about 45. That is nice for you. Yeah, it was in the low 70s today. It was beautiful. I've got capris and t-shirt on. And then it fluctuates. The temperature's going to go back into the 50s and 60s. I'm going to use a 1/2-inch brush. These brushes from Essential Stencil with the flat top are amazing. I like the small size for this. You can also use the 5/8-inch brush, which is this size. This works really well, but I'm just going to use this 1/2-inch one. I've got my brown and my pearl black next to each other, and I just put my brush in both paints, and I am just going to swirl it, load my brush. That is about good. We don't want to go to it with that loaded like that, so I am going to offload. And I'm very lightly going over top. I'm just going to turn it this way, making sure that I am not. And you know what? I think I might even stipple a little bit. I like that stipple effect. Oh, thank you, Carlene, and hello. Driving home from the zoo. How was it? And hello, Miss Janet. Oh, Miss Janet's name reminded me the oh goodness, the carrot kits. Goodness, couldn't think. The blanks, the wood blanks have shipped, so they should be here by Thursday, and then I can send the kits out. So if you are interested in a kit, if you have not let me know that you wanted a kit, I know several of you have let me know, but if you have not, then please, please, please let me know. And thank you for the stars, and thank you for sprinkling. I love it when you guys push me out there. And the stars will help me to send out some Happy Mail. We love Happy Mail. Oh, that looks good. That mix of the colors, that just looks really good. I like that. Like I said, I love these 2-inch words. They are amazing. And of course, trust. We got to have trust in the Lord. Next is hope. Hope is going to go right there. Whoop, I covered up my letters. This is just a small piece that you could sit around. It's nothing big, major. All right, let's do this again. Let's see how much paint we have left on our brush. And that color matches wonderfully. I love it. So we got to have trust in the Lord, and we got to have hope, because He gives us hope. And we're going to add 3 more words. Always offload. And see why I put this down? Because I didn't want it to go on my board because I am a big swirler. Oh, this looks so good. It almost looks metallic, like embossed. Look at that. And see how pretty that looks. And again, you can sit it, oh, you can't see it too good, but you can sit it to the side or you can stand it up. I really like it leaning. There is a hole back here, but once I put that ribbon on there, that hole is going to be covered. You would have to poke a little hole through the burlap, but that is doable. I really like the way this is starting to look. And of course, we cannot have trust and hope without grace. Gotta have some grace. And the Lord gives us plenty of grace. And if you're wondering what I'm looking at over here, I've laid it out and took a picture of it and printed it out so that I would remember how I wanted my words on here. So that's why I'm keep poking my head over this way and checking. I'm gonna move it over just a little bit more because I know me, I am gonna get over that. Like I said, this is gonna be a fun, quick project. If I don't talk too much, we're gonna be done in no time. Remember to check out Sharon Hankins on Essential Stencil page tonight. She is going to showcase her bundle that she collaborated on. And it is amazing, so please check that out. I always like to support everybody. And of course, if you have not gotten Easter stencils, if you're waiting for certain stencils to come back, check out. A lot of stuff has been restocked. So check back often. If there is something that you want to be restocked on the Essential Stencil page, I encourage you to put your name down so that you can receive a notification when it is ready. Love it. This is turning out really good. I got it at a thrift store. It was either C-Van or Goodwill, one of those places. I pick up random things here and there. Yeah, it's a beautiful chunky cross, and I don't know where it originally, because it did not have any stickers, nothing on it, so I couldn't even tell you, but I would venture a guess it is probably Hobby Lobby. And I will answer your question. I will put it in the comments. Or if somebody else could answer hers, to let her know that it came from the Goodwill store or thrift store. Okay, pray is our next one. If you don't do anything else, you need to pray. Prayer is important. We all need prayer. I don't know if I want it this way. We put this on here like that. I think I'm gonna put it like this, right there. A lot of times my lives are not completely planned out, but this one I laid out all the words to make sure I knew where I wanted these to be and which words would fit the best. So when you go to thrift stores, yard sales, look around, see what they have. You might be able to find something that, thank you, Carlene, I appreciate that, that will work, that you can repurpose or upcycle. Like I said, there was something else on here because there was a little hole right here that I patched up, but I cannot remember. I think the ribbon was on the bottom and it was in there with a nail. It was the oddest thing. So I took all that out. I gotta turn this around. My light is playing tricks on me. I'm adding a little bit more metallic to this one. Yep, this is turning out beautiful. If you don't have these words, pray, grace, hope, trust. The Lord is so gracious to us. We need to pray. He gives us hope. And if we trust him when we pray, he will do what he has told us in the Bible that he will do for us, and we will have joy. And joy is going all the way to the top. I've got to lift this up for just a second. Because I want that to be as far up to the top as I could get it. I think I need to move it over a little bit. And it fits perfectly on here, size-wise. It was fooling me because it looked like it was over the edge, but it wasn't. I'm holding it down because it is trying to lift up in the back. And I don't want it to lift up. Another suggestion I have for you, if you use thrifted pieces, thank you, I appreciate that. Make sure that you clean them really good. Either if you can use alcohol, wipe it down with alcohol, or give it a light sanding, because there might be some grime or dust or oils on there. And if you want to use, oh my goodness, if you want to use transfers, they will not stick if there is any oily residue left. So if you are planning on using transfer on a thrifted find, please make sure that I done Joy a little bit more gray. I love it. I just absolutely love it. I'm going to put my brush in my white real quick. That is really a beautiful chunky cross. I have another cross that we're going to be working on now that I got my Easter bundle in. You guys know I like the thrifted finds and I like the crosses, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put on that one. I think I'm going to use a transfer on that one. Let me dry this real quick, and then I am going to need your help. A real light sanding. All right, we are gonna take this and put it back on here. There's nothing wrong with this jute, so I'm just going to stick it back on here. Yeah, I don't know why they put the jute on with a nail. I mean, they had a nail in there. Like, okay, strange. So if you want to hang it, the hole is back here. You'll either have to lift it up and put it on the hook, or tug it under, or you know, put a little hole or something in it. I'm thinking, see if I can, I wonder if I can push this down a little bit more. I want to push it down a little bit more. I think I might glue it right there so we could see the word joy. Of course, I didn't get my glue gun out, but I can do that. If I push it down a little bit here, then we could see the word joy better. So let me tug that in a little bit. No, I do not. I did not get that, but that is amazing. I like the little tomb too that they have. It is just gorgeous. Just gonna have to hold it here for just a second because I did not turn on my glue gun. I've got a lot of things from them, but I do not have that. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a question. Do we want to put a rustic star on here? Yes, a smaller bow would be good, but I could cut this back and we can manipulate this. So this will be fine. I can even glue it down a little bit. So we could do the rustic star because you could see all the words. Or we can paint these two hearts. As you know, God is love. He loves us unconditionally. And we can paint them either in deep burgundy or Tuscan red. That's deep burgundy, that's Tuscan red. And if we do that, I can do a strip of this ribbon. Let's see if we can do this. Ribbon, fabric, not ribbon. I could cut this. Of course, we would make the tails shorter. And then we could put the hearts on here. Or we could still do the rustic stars. So do you want the rustic star or the hearts? Let me know what you think. All right, the rustic star or the hearts. Which one would you guys like? There is a big delay on my end. Goodness. The star. And if we wanted to do the red stripes, because by his wounds we were healed, we could put that on here if we wanted to. And I would cut that shorter. Do you want to do the stripes by his wounds you were healed with a star or just the star? And this would need to be a little bit bigger. Just trying to find out whether you want it with the bow, with the stripes, or not. With the stripes or not. I'm going to go ahead and cut this other ribbon back a little bit. You know what? I think I'm going to cut it the opposite way. Just the burlap. All right. That looks better. It's not so huge up here. I didn't like when it was so big. I am going to get a button and glue a button in here because this is indented. So if you get a little button and stick it in there, then it will hold better. So let me get a quick button. That one should work. Now, I did not turn my hot glue gun on. Probably should have. Let me turn that on real quick so that I can do the, excuse me, for the reach. Now, my thought was, and see what you guys think, I was going to take a little bit of this crackle and put it like in the blank spaces right here on the edges and crackle that a little bit. And then we could, if we wanted to add color, we could use a little bit of this mossy green for the crackle part. Do you guys want to add crackle to this? Let me know what you guys think about adding some crackle. I thought that would look kind of cool. And I'm waiting on my glue gun to heat up so that we can add this little button in there and glue that star on there. I love my vintage buttons, ladies. Vintage button, vintage jar. It's a ball jar. Hey, Miss Bonnie. And I'm just going to add it to a couple of the corners here to just make it look rustic. And to just give it a little bit more dimension. And while we wait on our glue gun to heat up. I love this crackle. Just gives it that little bit of extra stuff on the edges, and you can just put it wherever you want it. It gives it dimension. It makes it look rustic. A little bit too much. Don't need quite that much. I like working in small amounts. It'll just give it that extra little bit of oomph it needs. And I just think adding a little bit of that moss green to the crackle will give it a little bit of green. To me, it's like evergreen. And I think about a wreath that has no end. And that's the way the Lord is. There is no end, no beginning. He always was, always is, always will be. Need a little bit more. I am going to add just a smidge on the very tip top. I just wiped some back off. You were scrubbing. What you scrubbing? I'm trying to make it look organic, not like it is planned. See where we have the crackle in the different places. Let's dry that crackle up. And the words came out of this set right here. If you're interested in any of the stencil on Essential Stencil, please use my code WK21. It will save you some money. It's always good to save money. I'm just trying to dry this crackle up, and it will have a raised appearance, but it's like almost like dimensional paste. It's still a little wet. Now I'm just going to take a smidge of the green. You were scrubbing stencils. I should have brought you mine. You could have scrubbed mine too. I need to be doing some scrubbing. Let's close this back up. Easier said than done. And again, ladies, thank you for the stars, Miss Carlene. I so appreciate it. I'm going to use one of my old scrubby brushes. This is like a scruffy brush, nothing spectacular. I just want to go over the highlights here, over the edges. I don't want full coverage. It just gives it that little something extra. Very, very, very little paint. I'm just highlighting that crackle part. And to me, it looks like this has been in the elements and it had ivies growing on it. And I don't know, I just like it. And if that is too light, then I can darken it with a little bit of the, oh goodness, what is it called? The wax, the dark wax. Very little paint. And I'm going very lightly over top of this. I just want to hit the highlights. And we will fix our bow and everything here in just a moment. Is that too bright for y'all? Thank you, Jeannie. I am going to get a little bit of the wax to put on the sides. Oh yeah, I am toning that down a little bit. It looks much better when it's toned down a little bit. I love those little touches, those little things to make it, to elevate it a little bit. Those little touches. Now it really looks like, you know, moss has been covering it. Gives it that aged look. Don't like the way that looks right there. I think I need to darken this up a little bit more. It looks a little bit light. If we get it too dark, you can always use oh my goodness, water to get it back off again. I couldn't think. Brain wasn't working. Dark sealing wax. Kills dark sealing wax. I think I got it from Amazon or Michael's. I cannot remember. I think I might have bought it from Amazon. All right, let's straighten out our bow. Big old blob. You're very welcome. I need my little brush. These stars have a hole in them. And I either try to fill it with paint and let it dry, so it won't be so obvious. You could even put cinnamon on the star. That paint that I had was too dark, so I just used a little bit of this paint. And I always put just a little dab of glue in there and fix it up. And there we took an ordinary low cross and turned it into a beautiful decor piece. And you can move this down if you want to. You could tack it, what's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? Glue this down. Tack it down. What you guys think? And I like that it could sit like this on the table. Well, it'll probably be better to sit it this way. That way you can read the word trust. And you can also do it like this. And again, there is a hole back here. So if you want to hang it, you can hang it. No, I got this from Goodwill or C-Van, one of the thrift stores. And it's got like a chunk out in the back. And it's just beautiful. It is a beautiful piece. And we just upcycled it. And this is available if anybody is interested. I love it. I absolutely love it. I just think it is just beautiful. I think I'm going to tack that down right here. Right there. But I just love it. It's just, and you could tell that that says pray. I mean, you can lift that up a little bit more. It is implied. So if you want it up more, you can totally glue that. Right, folks, that was it for today. I appreciate you guys hopping on. Let me see who I could pick. Miss Carlene going into the Happy Mail bucket. I'll be on at 10:30 in the morning. What's today, the 26th? Yep. So tomorrow we will draw a Happy Mail winner. Because that'll be the last live before March. We don't have many in our Happy Mail bucket. But joy, grace, pray, hope, and trust. That is it for this evening. You guys be blessed. Thank you for hopping on. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you tomorrow morning at 10:30. Have a blessed Wednesday evening. Don't forget, check out Essential Stencil at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Miss Sharon will reveal her bundle that she corroborated on, and I believe it will be available. So check her out. I don't know if it is available for preview or if it is available for order, but you'll find out when you check it out. And as always, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you using my code WK21 when you shop at Essential Stencils. And if you have not gotten your stencil, if there's something you got an eye on, there's been several restocks. Check it out, and you still have free shipping until the end of the month. So you don't have, only got a couple of days left. So get those orders in and save on shipping. You guys be blessed. Oh, and remember too, also, you'll get a $10, $20, or $30 gift card with 50 plus, 90 plus, and $120 plus order. So remember those gift cards. And if you have any issues with your gift card, email support at Essential Stencil. They will help you out, because I know I had an issue with mine a while back, and they help you out with that. They are really great in fixing that. So, and if you have any issues, just let them know what the problem is, and they will work it out for you. Be blessed. Have a great evening.